All right. So, hello everybody. Uh, as Anthony said, I am a PhD student at School of Public Affairs, and I am going to present our paper, uh, which estimates the causal estimate on the demand of childcare and impact as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has been a systematic shock to the overall US economy. So a little background on this. As you know that the US has been one of the worst hit economies across the world by the COVID-19. The New York City alone had more cases than any other country in the world. As a whole, the US had around more than a million cases as of today, 1.06 million. And childcare as a sector, why do we study this? Why is it important to study childcare with respect to this COVID-19 and its impact? So first of all, childcare is an essential service. Almost two-thirds of children in the US attend some form of formal or informal childcare, which is separate from parental childcare. So that enables parents to participate in the workforce and contribute to the economy. Otherwise, they would not be able to do that if there was no childcare. Uh, Yet, childcare has remained essentially vulnerable over the past 2 decades. Uh, our research, as well as some previous research, has shown that childcare wages have remained essentially stagnant over the past couple of uh, decades. Around 30% of providers in a recent survey by National Association of Education of Young Children, around 30% of providers said that they would not be able to come up again if they are closed for 2 weeks. So they would close for good. And another 17%, yet another 17% said that they would not survive any type of closure, let alone like 2 weeks of closure. Uh, this makes the sector essentially really vulnerable. So, in the light of COVID-19, childcare businesses are essentially impacted in two ways. First, looking at mandatory statewide closures, which mandate these childcare, at least in some states, these childcare centers to close due to the public health warnings or the public health emergencies. On the other hand, there have been profound changes in parental demand, which is like sourced in two ways. The parental demand has responded to two different sources of variation. First, there is essentially no need for parents to send their children to daycare or childcare because now they are working from home. And when they're working from home, they can manage really well at home. Second, parents have, uh, there are profound changes in parental preferences with regards to their perceptions of their children's health. And to practice social distance, they would rather want actually to not send their children to childcare. What we aim to do is we want to estimate impact on this parental demand aspect of childcare and how does this parental demand get reduced or altered due to COVID-19. This would be meaningful when, because this would first impact childcare businesses, and if they go down, because they essentially rely on parental fees, if they go down, I said earlier, they would not be able to come up again. And when the economy recovers and they do not open, uh, this would impact the whole overall economy. So what we want to do is that we want to recover a causal estimate of the impact of this COVID-19 on the demand for childcare. How do we do this? So first, we have a measure of state-by-day number of COVID-19 cases and deaths, as well as policy variation. Essentially, we are looking at mandatory childcare business closure orders across states. Then we have state-by-day measure of Google search intensity scores for childcare, which actually captures, which is a way to actually get at how parents are looking at for childcare, what is the demand for childcare among these parents looking like in the short run. And we cover a time span from January 1 to March 29. So it's around 89, 88 to 89 state by day observations on both variables. A little background on what these Google Trends and these terms Google search intensity mean. So Google Trend has a score for every search term ever searched on Google, uh, known as intensity of internet search. What it does is that for each term, for example, say childcare, take childcare. What it's going to do is that it would calculate a score for the search term, an intensity score relative to all other searches being done in the same region in the same time. For example, on a single day, they would say Google Trend would look at the relative popularity of childcare as a term being searched in comparison to all other searches being done. This search intensity score ranges between 0 to 100, 100 representing the peak intensity for a term ever observed, and all numbers, all other intensity scores over the entire period are adjusted according to that. Uh, Google search term childcare, for example, would be very specific. In if somebody is searching for childcare, it's a single specific term. Google term search intensity score caters to that, and Google topic search intensity score is a more umbrella term. It would also score everything for related to childcare as well. Moving on, okay. So to draw a little motivation, so figure 1, the top graph presents Google Trends Internet Search Intensity Score for the topic childcare from January 1 to March 29th of 2020. As you can see, around 16th of March, there's a peak in the search for childcare as parents were frantically searching for childcare when the White House actually announced sort of a nationwide stay-at-home order, not just a recommendation. And then there is this sudden drop because parents were no longer looking for childcare. Compared to 2019, you can see that the fluctuations are pretty consistent. The level of search intensity was almost consistent from the 1st January to March 29. The fluctuations in the graph, in both graphs, these week by week fluctuations, the peaks and troughs, essentially cater to the day of the week. So the day of the week is important here because what happens is that parents search more for childcare during weekdays and they are not much interested in childcare on weekends because they're not working and they do not need childcare on weekends. Further demonstrate, these are state-specific Google trends. Again, Google Internet search intensity for the topic childcare. What this presents is these are the 6 states with the highest number of cases from January 1 to March 29th. As you can see that the same pattern almost mimics, but it mimics the national trend. So after the 2nd to 3rd week of March, for all 6 states, search intensity for childcare sees a profound drop. Now to compare, these are 6 states with the lowest number of cases as of March 29th. And look at the Google search intensity score for the same term over the same time from January 1 to March 29th. Except for the case of West Virginia or maybe say Nebraska, you can see that the drop is not that profound. This pinpoints at COVID-19 had something to do with how people think and search about the topic childcare, at least in terms of Google Trends. So our data sources, Google Trends data is recovered from Google Trends. It's a state-by-day measure of Google search intensity score for both the topic and term childcare in our paper. It's a daily measure from January 1 to March 29th. We augmented with the New York Times COVID-19 database, which is a state-by-day measure of COVID-19 cases and deaths. It contains both new and cumulative deaths from January 1 to March 29th. And we further augmented with policy variables from Hunt Institute and National Governance Association database. This has been cross-matched with other sources as well. And this actually measures or captures if a state on a certain day T has imposed any or statewide forms of childcare closures. This is also a daily measure. Some summary statistics. Our key dependent variable is childcare search intensity score for the topic childcare. the umbrella term. The results that I would present here, we did do some regression on the topic intensity score as well. Our results are pretty much the same. So I only present for the shortage of time, just the topic results. Okay, so the Google childcare intensity score for overall was 43.30 per day across our entire sample. And the month-wise analysis shows that from January to March, the intensity score drops from around like at least by 2 units from January to March. As you can see that the cumulative cases and deaths related to COVID-19, as one would expect, increased towards March from January. Similar is the case with COVID-19 cases and deaths, which are like new deaths and cases recorded on each day. As one would expect, from March onwards, states started to actually implement state closure orders. Our model specification, our key dependent variable, as I said, is a Google search intensity score for the term and topic childcare in each state's S on each day T. Our key variable of interest, key independent variable, is the cumulative number of or new number of COVID-19 cases or deaths that has been normalized and divided by 100. The beta one, our key coefficient of interest, estimates unit change in Google childcare search intensity score for each additional 100 COVID-19 cases or deaths. In some of our specifications, we control for statewide closures of childcare businesses. We also control for state-specific heterogeneity as well as month-specific and day-of-week effects. We also control for state-specific linear time trends on this, because essentially controlling without that would introduce bias in our models. These are our results for the impact on childcare demand. The outcome variable across all specification is Google Trends search intensity score for the topic childcare. In panel A, we have our baseline model without any controls or specific linear time trends. Column 1 through 4 present a different measure of our key independent variable or source of variation. In column 1, the key independent variable is measured as cumulative cases of COVID-19, column 2, new cases, and so on. In panel B, we add closures and control for statewide child closure orders, and in panel C, we add state-specific linear time trends. As you can see that regardless of how we measure our independent variable in panel A, there is around a 0.06 unit decrease in childcare search intensity score in response to 100 new cases, 100 cumulative cases of childcare. And regardless of how we measure it, the result remains statistically significant, and the impact as a result of new deaths appears to be more strong, as indicated by like almost 19.52 unit decrease in response to 100 new deaths. Our key result here is in column 2, panel C, which indicates that for each 100 new cases of COVID-19, our child care intensity score for the topic, our Google search score for the topic child care reduces by around 0.52 points. What does this mean? So first of all, measuring estimating the empirical impact of COVID-19 is essential. As I said, that the Google search captures parental demand, and it is important for childcare businesses to stay open, and this would impact if they would stay open or not. And this is a big impact. Our back of the envelope calculations show that for each 4,200 new cases of COVID-19, the childcare search intensity score would almost drop by around 50%. These are new policies. These are what we have seen once in a lifetime, and it is important to actually study these. In our future work, we want to extend the timeline of this because we have like new daily data coming in, as well as we are introducing new controls on the right hand side of the equation, like stay at home orders or non-essential business closures. That's it. Thank you so very much. Open to any questions.